Hey, this is Blakey Rad. Let's play the third of the Elder Scrolls game. This is Morrowind. You'll notice it is much more high resolution. This is actually a Windows application, which is great. It has full accelerated 3D video support. Back in the day, you'd play this on your Voodoo 3. At least that's what I had, a Voodoo 3 AMD processor. And this is the game that really introduced me to the series. I had watched a friend play Daggerfall before, but I'd never played it myself. And interestingly, at the time this game came out, this was actually one of the a very strange one, but this is actually one of the launch titles for the original Xbox, and that's actually where I played it first. This copy I'm playing right now is the PC copy, although it would be kind of interesting to dig out my old Xbox and see if it still all works. But that was innovative and unheard of at the time to put an RPG like this on a game console, and that's actually one of the claim to the fames of the Xbox, is that it actually introduced a lot of genres to consoles that hadn't been on consoles before. But, you know, we're not talking about the Xbox right now. We're talking about the Elder Scrolls series. So, God, I love this music so much. Just listen to it. But let's go ahead and get started.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
My name is Nazar. That's Giub, by the way. He actually, believe it or not, makes an appearance in one of the Skyrim DLCs, but we don't see much of him in this game. He's just kind of a friendly, if you can call it that, face that you wake up to.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Look at those controls. Oh my god, it's great. WSAD. Holy crap. That alone is enough to make this game 100 times better than all of the other games in the series so far. No carpal tunnel inducing horrible arrow keys to control your characters. No carpal tunnel inducing hold the right click and swing your mouse to do attacks. It's just very
Get yourself up on
much
deck.
improved.
Let's keep this as civil as possible.
Spacebar is your generic use the whatever button.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Okay.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Well, let's figure out where we arrived from. We'll be a Khajiit. Let's see if we can find a face. I always liked this face. It's kind of like tricky guy. Oh yeah, this arrow actually rotates your character, so you can see like this guy grins all the time like an idiot. Let's see what else we got here. This old tiger dude. Let's be grin like an idiot dude. I like that. Change my hair. I don't like the tufty ears. How about this? This guy looks a little douchey, but that's okay. We'll be this guy. What do you think? Okay. Okay. I have a couple special abilities. I have skill bonuses, mostly to acrobatics.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Let's take a look around. This is a huge leap in graphics quality. It's still not up to modern game standards, of course, although I love that beautiful water. This sounds stupid, but at the time that it came out, the water was like one of the main selling features. Like they would advertise how good the water looked. It's wacky, but that's just what it is. So in this game, you start as a prisoner who gets released for reasons unbeknownst to you. You end up in the city of Sadranine. You get released, put on a ship, and taken to Morrowind, and that's where we are now.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Okay, so I can go ahead and pick from a list of classes. Let's go ahead and be... Oh, hey, assassin, why not? Sneak, light armor, short blade, acrobatics, long blade, security, why not?
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
This is the birth sign gives you either an ability you can use, like for instance this fortify attack, or this wayward ability, or it gives you bonus to stats. For instance, the steed gives you a bonus to speed, which is actually quite a bit of bonus. But I think the lover is the one I like. No, not the lover. What's the one I usually do here? There's one of these that gives you like a really good bonus to 2 stats, and I can't remember which one it is. Oh, it's the lady. Personality and endurance. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's do the steed. Let's do the steed, even though it's a slightly lesser bonus.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Yeah, it's good. By the way, one thing to note, this game actually, the UI of it is, not everything is full screen. It has a little menu layer. Okay, good. I have a stats menu. Right-clicking allows you to use the menus. When you're done with them, right-click to close them.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release.
But the nice thing about the menu in this game is that you can it's actually composed of windows that you can rearrange the way you like, so you can get your character sheet and make it bigger, smaller. Actually, it doesn't go. That's as big as it goes. I'm playing this at a resolution about twice the resolution the game was designed for, so keep that in mind. Take my release form. Okay. So let's right click. Now I have inventory. There's my inventory there. And I believe you can make the inventory relatively huge. There you go. How's that? And you can see my character there. The inventory is kind of a grid. It's actually a little bit annoying to deal with, but that's okay. We'll cope somehow. Let's see.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celisgravius.
Okay, let's continue through to the next building. Now, despite what it looks like, this is not a game where all the characters are fully voiced. It's just during the introduction here, the game is voiced. Let's go ahead and pick up the dagger and activate it with the spacebar. Okay. Let's go to the inventory menu and equip our dagger. Oh yeah, you have to click once to pick up and click again to equip. By the way, in this game, you can see Khajiit have animal-like feet, and you can't wear shoes. But the weird thing about that is that although you can't wear shoes, the prison boat apparently gave you shoes. I guess just as a fairness thing, you don't want to not give him... Anyway, whatever. Don't think about it too hard. F to pull up my weapon. Here we go. You can see my claws and my daggers here. And, by the way, I think if you read this note... Oh, no, it's just him telling you to sharpen the dagger, which I just stole, by the way. I don't know if they acknowledge that at all. If I remember right, there's a lockpick here, too. Yes, there is. Okay, so there's a lockpick, and there's a small case here. Let's go ahead and do what the tutorial says. We're going to pick this lock. Ah, failed. Yes, success. And now we can get a little bit of gold. For whatever reason, the gold is, I think they're bronze coins, but it's green. And that always was weird to me, the green gold. So the controls are still a little weird. Right-click always brings up menus. So right-click will always pause the game, bring up the menus. Left-click is your attacks. And you have a couple different attacks based on which way you're moving, which is a much more sensible way than having you swipe your mouse in various directions. And then F, and I think that's the same control as the last game. F either takes out your weapon or puts it away. There's a few other, I think, is it R jumps? E? I don't remember what jump is. I really don't. swear I thought it was R. Anyway, whatever. Let's keep going. Here we are in the yard. Now we have a map. So basically this tutorial just gives you all the little UI elements one at a time. So I think what I generally do here is put the map in the lower right and then put my inventory next to my stats page. And then we'll get one more page, one more window that goes on this screen. And one nice thing about the inventory is since it is tile-based, you can actually make the window pretty small and you can still get access to all your inventory items. You can tell I'm an old school Mac user. I sit here carefully positioning my windows for ages in the naive belief that it will actually remember my Windows positions. It won't. It will lose them because it always freaking loses my window positions. But if you're a Mac user of a certain age, you always basically go on the assumption that Windows will stay where you freaking put them, and they never do. Anyway, we got an engraved Ring of Healing. Let's go ahead and equip that. And we also have a powers menu here. Or a magic menu, I suppose it is. And so yeah, this is why I never get anything done in my life. I have to rearrange all the windows. Anyway, so I have a magic ring now, so I can hit C and charge that and cast the spell on the ring. In fact, let's go ahead and do it, I think. Is it C? No, hang on, I don't know the controls. Let's figure out what the controls are. I thought cast was C. Let's also figure out jump while we're here. Space bars activate. Ready magic is R. Oh, you have to hit R and then left click. It's different in this game. And jump is E. That wasn't working before. Oh yeah, there we go. So let's ready my magic. So my magic right now is just the ring. Let's go ahead and cast just to demonstrate it. So I cast a spell on my ring. You can see the ring's power level. Very small UI. Again, this game was designed for like 1024 by 768 screens, but it does not have a UI scale like many games at the time did not have, but whatever. Okay, so now we're going to converse with the captain here. This is what most conversations look like. Just the tutorial ones are fully voiced. Most characters are just like, they give you this conversation menu, and they have maybe one line they say when you approach them. Okay, anyway, okay. I'm going to take your identification papers. Word of your arrival has reached me yesterday. I'm Celis Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to welcome you to Morrowind. So every single character you can ask about their background, and it'll tell you basically what their job is. I'm Knight Errant, whatever, of the Imperial Legion. You can ask about areas, so you can ask about Morrowind. If you're inside a city, generally speaking, you can ask about that city. Okay, you're in Morrowind. I don't know why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from the Emperor. You don't need to know any more than that. When you leave this office, you are a free man, but before you go, I have instructions on your duties. So basically, the Emperor gave instructions to release me, and he also gave me a quest to do. So it's, you know, relatively similar to how the other games start. You start out as a prisoner, the Emperor gives you a task, and you go do it. Skyrim's actually kind of the exception in that vein, because the Emperor has nothing to do with it, and it's kind of weird. Anyway, though, so here's the package that he was instructed to give me. It says it comes with news of your arrival. You're supposed to take it to Caius Casades in the town of Balmora. Go to the Southwest Corner Club and ask for him. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would the Emperor himself. I have a letter for you and dispersal of your name. So it gave me 87 gold, the package, and directions for how to get to this dude. Let's ask about I can't tell you where to find him, but you should go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for him. Okay. That's our quest.
Any time now.
Yeah, see, they all have a little, like, voice thing. So here we go. We are now, boom, in the world of Morrowind. Hit J to read the journal. The journal is, you know, it just keeps track of all of your quests, and that's pretty standard.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
So, it's spazzy, but I usually, when I'm walking around in Morrowind, I run and jump all the time because it increases your athletic and acrobatic skills and helps you level up. But let's go ahead into the shop. I don't have to get through an introductory dungeon in this game. It's actually one of the very few games where there isn't an introductory dungeon, and I can actually go directly to a shop. This guy's going to give me a little advice. Buy a weapon and as much armor as you can wear and still run. Buy a spell or two and practice your skills. Don't practice on citizens, of course. That's called murder. Okay, so let's hit barter. Let's go ahead and buy some stuff from him. Now, you kind of see the weakness of the tile-based inventory here. all the scrolls look alike, and the only way to tell what they are is just to mouse over everything. So it's kind of a pain, but it's not that bad. Now the question here is, I just have basically prisoner closes on now. Closes. And I believe that my armor is light armor. So I need to find light armor, and I'm not sure.
That's it. She's gone too far.
What?
I'll see her disgraced before the council.
What are you talking about, buddy? Anyway. That was weird. So I can buy some Nordic armor here. Here's Nordic boots. Netch leather is also common shoes. I can't wear shoes. Common pants. I don't need pants. How much is that stuff going to cost me? Oh, I actually got 2 cuirasses. Okay, but they both have a rating of 6. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Netch. Let's wear the Nordic stuff. And we also want to buy a weapon. Now, our type is short blade or long blade, I think. Not sure I can afford it. I can barely afford the silver one. Okay, we're gonna get the silver one. Oh wait, I also have the. I could sell my dagger. I guess I don't need that, do I? And these shoes, I can't even wear these shoes. Psh. And I can sell my slave. Excuse me, I'm having trouble talking right now. My slave clothing, which makes me a little naked in my preview image, which is great. The other thing I might want to buy is a bow, but let's skip that for right now. Let's see if this guy has healing potions, and I don't think he does. Fortify luck, and then a bunch of alchemy potions. Okay, that's gonna cost me 85 bucks. I have 118, so let's go ahead and buy our stuff. Let's put some clothes on. Oh, I just realized I bought boots after just saying I can't use it. I knew I couldn't use it, and I bought them anyway. And I also don't have any pants now. I'm having a lot of problems here. I'm having a lot of issues. Okay, guy. I have a boot issue, guys. So take the boots, and I'm pretty sure I should probably be wearing pants of some variety. So maybe I'll just buy some pants. Even if I don't have any leg armor. He has heavy armor, but not any. Okay, well that's only going to cost me 1 gold. I waste a lot of money on those damn boots. Now I feel like an idiot. I'm not necessarily good at the games I play, but I do indeed play them. So I got a little bit of armor. Do you sell stuff? No. She just gives directions. Let's see. I can also buy... Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I can also buy spells. And the problem with spells is I can't afford any. Spells are pretty expensive in this game. Oh, they're actually not that bad. Fireball's only 55 gold. So I actually could have bought Fireball probably if I hadn't screwed up with those pants. Man, me and my pant problems. And there's actually various levels, various quests you can do in this opening area to get more money. But, well, for instance, this guy actually has one. I'm not gonna do those.
What say you?
I am gonna see if any of these guys are merchants. Oh, he's a trainer, so I can train my skills up. Except for whoever this is doesn't offer services to the public. Go ahead and ask. I have plenty of time.
I will listen.
Let's go ahead and ask how to get to Balmora. Okay. The Silt Rider service. Oh, that's an interesting thing. So let's go and experience Morrowind's version of fast travel, which I always thought was very good and creative. Although, look at that mucky water. Ugh. So let's go ahead and figure out where to, let's do my spazzy jump. Spaz jump. Actually, I'm not sure I can afford a Silt Strider. There it is. These guys are awesome. These guys also make an appearance in Skyrim in one of the DLCs. The last DLC, there's one of these guys, but you cannot ride him, which is a shame. But he is physically present, which is close enough. So, one of the great things about this game is that Morrowind... Everything about this game is like the quests, okay. The story is like, okay. There's so many guilds and there's a lot of content. You don't get a horse or a wagon. You can't buy a house. There's a lot of stuff you can't do that you can in future games. But the most amazing thing about this game is the island of Morrowind. Like, this setting is such an incredible, amazing setting, and that's what people are usually nostalgic about, because it's a fantasy game that is actually kind of so far in the realm of fantasy. It's not just like, oh, it's the freaking Lord of the Rings all over again. one of the things I was actually kind of disappointed about by later games in the series is they actually kind of introduce more fantasy elements and kind of remove some of the specific to Elder Scrolls weirdness that's in Morrowind. I like the weirdness. I love it. I love the fact that there's mines that mine bug eggs, and stuff like that. And the bug egg mines actually make an appearance in, I believe, Elder Scrolls Online, although I don't think they're in Oblivion or Skyrim. But there's so many weird things about this world that we live in right here that they kind of got rid of. And then Skyrim went a little too far, and they just kind of made it, okay, now we're just going to do Nordic legends, and there's just dragons and this boring fantasy stuff. And it's like, it's a little disappointing because this world was so wildly creative in Morrowind, and it was so amazing and creative, and everyone loves it. But then the funny thing is, like I said, I started on this game more or less, and I actually went back and played previous games. The previous games are actually more traditional fantasy. Like, this is the exception to the rule. So it was a little disappointing to me when I actually saw the previous games. Let's go to I can afford it. Let's go to Balmora. Okay, so
Would you like to go?
sorry about my ranting gripe. Whoa, what'd you do to your face, buddy? Okay, so we need to find something called the South something Corner Club, right? Council Club, is that it? I don't remember. I've already forgotten. Let's look at our handy dandy journal. South Wall Corner Club, South Wall Corner Club. Okay. So let's go ahead and I actually happen to remember enough of this game to, I'm pretty sure it's this building up here. Just because I've played this game. Yeah, it is. Wow, I'm good. I haven't played this game in years. I still remember where some of the locations are. That's pretty amazing. Okay. Hello. I need to find Caius Casades. Ask Bacola, the owner, he'll know. Okay, let's find Bacola Closius.
Come on then, say something or move on.
What do you want?
Hey, Sugar Lips. Are you the owner? No. Another thing.
Prey approaches.
You can see that this is what the Khajiit look like now. She actually has the same face I do, I think, or very close to it. That's kind of disturbing. Here's what the Argonians look like. Although the Argonians are actually lizards in all of these games. I didn't really show them off in the other games. The Argonians have always been lizard men.
Go ahead.
It's just the Khajiit that were once human and got changed to cat people. So it's a little weird. They also have their own unique body now, where Argonians and Khajiit have their own like animal-like feet that
Really don't have time for this.
You like to walk a fine line, don't you?
Why do these people all hate me so much? Here he is.
Any time now.
Yes, let's talk to this guy. Oh, why am I bartering? I hit the wrong button. He sells bar stuff. Okay, I need to ask him about Caius. He rents a bed and basket up the hill on the north edge of town. Go out the front door, then right up the stairs, then left at the top of the stairs, and then down to the end of the street. Okay, let's go out the front door. Then up the stairs. And then left to the end of the street. Is this his place? I think this is his place. Another thing you can find is that you kind of get, well, it's kind of, in the other games you get thrown into a dungeon first. You have to work your way out of a dungeon before you can start your main quest. This game just kind of throws you in a little bit. Here's the books. These are actually, I didn't show them off, but Daggerfall also has the collection of books. That's actually been an old thing in the game series. Okay, here we go. Yes, what do you mean you were told to report to me? You have been told to report to me and deliver a package. Yes. Take a look at this package. Oh, very interesting. It says here that the Emperor wants me to make you a novice in the Blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders? Yes. Okay, welcome to the service. You now belong to the Blades. We're the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest, but please leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with blade trainers, or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. Don't forget to visit the blade trainers. Okay, let's hit orders. I actually don't have any money, so yeah. Okay, first thing you're new and you look at, here's 200 drakes. Go get yourself drakes. Okay. Go get yourself a decent weapon or armor or spell. The second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventure is a common profession. Really, it is. Not like farmer or something freelance. Anyway, whatever. Sign up with the Fighters Guilds, or Mage Guilds, or the Imperial Cult, or the Imperial Legion. Advance in the ranks, gain skills, go out on your own, look for work or trouble. Then when you come back, I'll have orders for you. Basically, he's telling you to level up. That's basically what this sums up to. But he also gives us 200 bucks. So we can buy some pants, maybe, with that 200 bucks. Let's go ahead and find a shop in this town. This is actually one of the larger towns in Morrowind. I think there's like 5 or 6 relatively large towns. This is one of the main towns. Great thing about this game is, like I said, you do level up your running and your jumping skill. When you level up your jumping, you can jump like all the way from here to like the roof of that other building. It really scales amazingly. Oblivion kind of does that, but not nearly as much. It actually, in this game, it's more like Daggerfall, which, again, I haven't all the way played through Daggerfall. I just know from watching a friend playing it that when you update, or when you upgrade all of your speed and jumping and stuff like that, in Daggerfall, you really, really jump like a madman, and it's pretty awesome. Like Superman leaps. Skyrim got rid of that. I don't know why, but Skyrim got rid of that. You can't improve your jumping height or your running speed. I don't know what they were thinking on that. They also don't have hand-to-hand as a weapon skill. I should mention that in this game, hand-to-hand is a weapon. And especially for a Khajiit who get a claw bonus to it, you can actually play the entire game with your fist as your weapon. And I might actually do that in Oblivion because it's really freaking fun. And I've done that in Oblivion. I played the whole game with just using my fists. But, yeah. Okay, this guy says he's an outfitter. He doesn't really have anything useful to me. He has some arrows and some pants, but I already have pants. What I need is some light armor. Say goodbye to his butt. Let's see what else we got in this town. Pawnbroker. Oh, I guess I'll take a look. Why not? What do you got? Slow fall potion, cure disease. I might need a cure disease potion. How much does it cost? 10 bucks? I'll buy one of those just in case. Fortify health. I need regain health, not fortify health. Okay, well there's 10 bucks gone. 11, I guess. Bartering depends on your and this is true of other games in the series too. It depends on your speechcraft skill, basically. Basically, your communications skill, how much you can BS people. Okay, here's Netschletter. Is that what? Oh, I got the Nordic ones. I can't find Nordic ones to match my thing, but that's okay. Let's grab one of these greaves. And he's got the left and the right. Man, I should have picked the Netschletter. I screwed up here, didn't I? Belt. Netschletter helm. Let's see if I can afford that too. Yeah, I'm doing good here. Nordic iron. Oh, he's got the Nordic gauntlets. Let's do the Nordic gauntlets and not the Netschletter gauntlets. You have to match. You have to have all your armor matching, right? Isn't that the deal? Something like that. That's looking pretty good. He actually has some magical weapons. Now, if I remember right, yeah, magical weapons in this game are really expensive. You can see that Fiend Tanto has a lightning shield effect, and it is $3,000. This thing's $9,000. Anyway, you can see I can't afford it, which is okay. I have a silver short sword, which is actually a decent weapon for a starting level. Okay, well, let's go ahead and give this guy our 57 bucks.
Its scent is unfamiliar.
Is it now? And there's a few of those canned phrases that each race has their own set of canned phrases. And the one I remember is when the Khajiit go, "Khajiit has no words for you." Always made me laugh. Is this the... Oh, he's an armor. Oh. Well, hell, I should have talked to this guy first. What am I doing? I'm so backwards and stupid at this game. Jesus. Now, great thing about this game is there's all kinds of ways to... look at that helm. Oh, I can't wear the full helm. Oh, well, that sucks. There's all kinds of ways to kind of manipulate the game and get endless money. And one of them I remember is you can buy about a couple hundred arrows, go to the capital city Vivek, and make a guard angry, and then
I really don't have time for this, so make it.
you can stand at a certain spot and just pelt him with arrows until he dies. And basically, this guy's got a whole set of chitin. Look at that. Maybe I should just get this stuff. It's actually better than what I have, except for I'm not sure I can afford it. Let's see. Chitin. Oh wait, I can't wear the boots. I'm learning. Probably can't wear the helm either. Do I have the right pauldron already? No, right pauldron. He's missing one glove. He has the full Titan set except for one freaking glove. What is he, freaking Michael Jackson? God. That's very annoying. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's sell the stuff I'm wearing. No, he doesn't want pants. Why won't he buy my pants? Okay, well, anyway. Okay, so there goes most of my gold I spent on that. That's okay. Let's go ahead and put this stuff on. This is better armor than what I had. The stuff I had. There we go. Look at that. I think I'm ready to adventure now. Okay. So, basically my instructions were to go out in the world and adventure and gain some levels and do some stuff. So let's go do that. I'm not going to use the fast travel. I'm just gonna walk down the street and see what I come across. And, Morrowind's pretty decently huge. It's not gonna blow your mind. Here's the world map. So you can see this is where I started in Cedronine. I took the fast travel to Balmora. So this is the west side and the east side of town. As you can see, the town, based on the size of the town, it's not as huge as you might think. But this is Solstheim, if I'm pronouncing that right. That's the basically the Werewolf Island. You'll know it from Werewolf Island. That's also in a Skyrim DLC, except for in the Skyrim DLC, you come there from the other angle. You come from the west, which is where Skyrim's located, instead of from the east, where Morrowind's located. One thing I haven't done, which I haven't needed to, because this game is actually kind of stable and runs pretty well, is save my game. So let's go ahead and save now. Although it just occurred to me that if I died at this point, then it would suck. Now, one of the nasty, annoying things about Morrowind is that it has some very bad enemies. Oh, alchemy, by the way. Creshweed, why not? I seem to remember alchemy is a pretty good moneymaker in this game. For example, there's the flying enemies that'll come after you and chase you, and they are so freaking irritating that I'm trying to remember what they're called. Razor beaks or something like that. Oh god, luckily I haven't seen any yet. But the starter enemies are really pathetic. So basically you have to start with rats and worms, and I'll probably see one soon. You'll go be walking along the road, there's a worm. Wow, I can predict the future. Look at that. I'm so good at this game, I have the worms memorized. Anyway, so here's the problem with Morrowind. It's a good game, but you probably are noticing that sometimes when I hit the worm, I don't actually hit the worm. Why is that? I have power attacks too, by the way. It's because, just like in previous games, you're not actually fighting the worm. You're initiating a dice roll that you cannot see. It's not displayed to you in any way. And the dice roll determines whether or not you hit the worm. Oops, I'm heading back into Balmora that way. It's very irritating. Thankfully, they got rid of the whole right-click and swipe. Oops, sorry, I right-clicked and opened my menus. They got rid of the whole right-click and swipe thing to attack, but then they didn't understand that, maybe if I'm looking directly at a creature and I quite obviously hit the worm with my sword. Oh, these guys have a paralyzed attack, by the way, if you're wondering what happened there. Green fart smoke means paralyzed in this game. Actually, I think that's even true in Skyrim. I think paralyzed is still a green fart smoke. But you can see the problem is that I was clearly hitting that guy, and yet he wasn't taking damage. Well, why wasn't he taking damage? Well, because the invisible dice roll said that he didn't. Very frustrating. But that's the way it goes. Here's another one. But you'll see that this game doesn't have an impossible difficulty curve. It's kind of nice that way, where the opening creatures you meet are actually killable. It's not, Daggerfall had a big problem, which is I created a character, I go into the first dungeon in Daggerfall, and quite literally the second monster I meet, I can't kill, because the character creator, oh look, a skill up. The character creator did not give me the kind of weapon that animal was vulnerable to. And you're like, well, wait a minute. Who designed this game? You need silver weapon to kill this creature, but it's the very first dungeon of the game. I haven't seen a store yet. I barely looted anyone. And the second enemy can only be killed with a silver weapon, and the only thing you put in my inventory is a freaking iron weapon or whatever. It's like, what the hell were you thinking? Hey, look, here's something off the road. Let's go ahead and explore it. Morrowind is just positively littered with little caves and stuff like this, and a lot of locations. It's kind of great. It does not have traditional fast travel. Fast travel is all through the silt striders that you just saw. Ooh. That door was trapped. It didn't seem to hurt me as far as I can work out. Oh, that guy's hostile. I wasn't sure if he was or not. There's a guy up there who's not attacking me, but I barely hit in this thing. So the combat in this game consists of spazzing out with the left click, which sounds bad, but wait, why did I get unarmed? Oh, that's because unarmed armor. That means he hit me in the foot or whatever. I'm not wearing foot armor. Yeah, that'll happen. Anyway, let's go ahead and use our Ring of Healing. This is very irritating because I hit him maybe 1 to 5 times. And you can see his hit points are displayed on the yellow bar there. I seem to remember that they actually patched that in the original version of this game. It did not show your enemy hit points, and a lot of people kind of complained about that. Which, I understand it, because in a situation like that, where I'm only hitting him 1 of 5 times, it's very frustrating to not... Oh, he is going to attack me now. Except he can't get through the door. Let's go ahead and heal up before I engage this guy. Wow, that ring is useless. I should have spent more time looking for a health potion, huh? Let's see if I can kill this dude without opening the door. He's trapped. Let's give it a go. Why not? Okay. Hopefully you guys can see the UI in this game. Like I said, it's... Oh, wow, that was a bad idea. That trap just killed me. Okay, well, let's just get out of this cave, I suppose. Because it doesn't seem like... By the way, if I had enough, in fact, I can almost do it now. If I had enough agility, I could just jump up there and not worry about the trap door. Because I could just jump past it. That's one of the advantages of being a full 3D environment, not having like a grid-based system or anything like that. Is if you can see it, you can get there. I mean, if you have the... What am I trying to say? The world is what it looks like it is, right? So if it looks like you can jump to a place, you can actually jump to a place, which is nice. As you can see, it's getting dark out, so it's turning to night. Hey, a person. Let's talk to them.
What can I do for you, friend?
Hi. Have you seen a bandit nearby? I must find him. Yes, I was just walking along, minding my own business. Suddenly a bandit jumped me. He was a dark elf, a strong, dashing dark elf. He didn't harm me, although he did take my jewels. He was quite gentle and talked to me for what seemed to forever. Okay, so this is a weird quest. Jewels, what's that? Oh, never mind the jewels. I just want to find the bandit again. He was charming and funny, and I simply must see him again. Nedlos Onmar, a name that will stay on my lips for eternally. Perhaps you can find him for me. I cannot live without knowing that if he could ever love me. Okay. I will find your bandit, if only for love's sake. Where is this left glove? Okay, so I have to find this dude and give her left glove to him. I have no idea how I'm going to find him, but there's a lot of quests that you get just walking the overworld. You'll see people walking around. It's not like Radiant quests like Skyrim where it'll just randomly generate, oh, random NPC stole an item from random NPC number 2. You must go to random NPC number 3, and that's number 3 where number 2 took the item. And those Radiant quests just they're not very thrilling or exciting. These quests are actually coded in the game. There's just not all that many of them. Here's something to explore, some kind of cave. I actually think this is a... Take some flowers. Why not? I like it. Oh, that flower. Oh, that plant doesn't have any flowers. By the way, in this game, plant parts regrow themselves. So if you wait long enough and come back to that plant, you can grab it again. I don't know if it's just actually waiting on a timer or if it's just a matter of the save game only keeps track of the last 100 you picked. And so if it falls out of the last 100, it suddenly reappears. It really could be either. Anyway, I'm going to go inside this tomb. Tombs are actually pretty dangerous because, wow, look at that fall there. One thing I should mention is this game does not have auto-scaling of any sort. And so I can meet, in theory at least, I can meet the hardest enemy in the entire game in this, literally the second cave I enter. There's nothing in this game that prevents that from happening. Okay, these lockpicks aren't effective against that lock, so I don't want to fall down. So let's go the long way around. See what we find in here. I don't know who keeps these torches lit. That's the problem in all of these fantasy games with dungeons. I don't understand who keeps the torches lit. Let's see if I can get this door. No. Usually, I seem to recall this game does a decent job. Oh, there's a ghost. Ancestor ghost. The good news is I think you need a silver weapon to kill a ghost, but I have a silver weapon, so I can kill a ghost, in theory. In reality, this ghost might kick my ass. I don't know. Like I said, since there's no auto-scaling, I just don't remember how powerful ghosts are. Seem to be doing okay, though. I'm doing my power strikes here. I don't know if it makes much of a difference. Since I miss so often, I'm not sure. I might be better off just spazzing the control here. I hope you can see that ghost in the finished video, because he is actually really hard to see on my screen. And he drops some ectoplasm, and that's it. So I'm basically in some dude's family tomb, looting all this shit. I'd feel guilty, except for this is really how most fantasy games work. You play a grave robber, and you rob graves. Hey, a soul gem. That's a petty soul gem. And these skulls apparently are whispering at me. Kind of creepy, but I don't think there's actually a practical effect. Okay, let's go ahead and I can't rest here because of enemies. I think the enemies are behind that locked door is the thing. One thing I can try. So that ramp down actually does not go to the other end of this drop. Oh, wait, maybe it does, actually. I do remember that skull. So, if I could get through this door, there's a whole lot more dungeon to do, but they gated it off with this level 50 door, so I can't really get to it right now. That's okay. If I was playing this game for real, it would just be like, okay, I'll make a note and maybe come back sometime, or just not make a note and just say, okay, well, I'm going to explore the hell out of this game, and eventually I'll come back. So now it's nighttime. The variety of enemies doesn't change at night. That was different than, if you remember, Daggerfall and Arena Arena could spawn enemies in the city walls at night. Heather. Hi, Heather. Very annoying. I think Daggerfall had ghosts that would come out. I'm trying to. It wasn't in my video. It did not get demonstrated, I'm afraid. But I'm pretty sure Daggerfall had ghosts that would get generated at night. Let's head down this road. Let's see if I can get to the. Let's see. I've been playing about 40 minutes. Let's see if I can get to Vivek. That's the capital city of this island. It's ridiculously huge, and I'm not exaggerating when I say it's ridiculously huge. It's actually far larger than it should be. It is realistically city sized, which is great, but on the other hand, if you're a game player trying to navigate it, you're like, okay, I want to find my armor store, and it's like, oh wait, that's going to be like 20-minute walk. And to make it worse, it's all 3D, so it's like, okay, you go out this door, you go up this ladder, you take a right, and then go through the bridge to the other canton, and then you go through this door, and it's like, oh my god. It's really a pain to navigate. This is Pelagiad. I'm probably pronouncing that name wrong. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and maybe rest up since I'm only at half health. Now,
I will listen out.
Okay, so if I talk to these guys, they'll well, maybe not all, but a large number of them will have quests for me that I could do. I'm just, not talking to them.
Go ahead.
Whoa. I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, I got stuck a little bit. Just a little stuck. That's okay. Let's see how much. I want a bed. We have one available. 10 gold for the day. Yes. Great. The bed is yours. At the end of the hall upstairs, you'll find it unlocked. It's fun.
Hurry this up, will you? Its scent is unfamiliar.
Its scent is unfamiliar. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and rest up. At least until daylight. It's 10 p.m. So I'll just have a good night's sleep here. Rest. There we go. For some reason they give me a chest. That's if you can rent a room for a longer period of time and actually use the chest and store stuff and it won't disappear if I remember right. When Obnazi sees smooth moves like this, Obnazi thinks a dancer. No? A high wall walker? You aren't in the Thieves Guild. Okay, so she's basically trying to recruit me for the Thieves Guild.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
I think they called a second story man is the typical phrase for the guy who in the heist, his job is to climb through the windowsill or whatever to get around the security via, you know, something like that. Vivek's this way. Trying to think of the word I'm trying to think of. Anyway, whatever. If you've seen any kind of heist movie, you've seen they had a second story man. Or it also might be someone who's really tiny, like an acrobat who's tiny enough to fit in a box or something. Oh, good. Acrobatics. I'm going to go ahead and pass by that tomb. One thing to keep in mind that by the time of Skyrim, all of this gets blown up by a volcano. Kind of depressing, but that's the truth. I'm sorry. I don't know how thoroughly it all gets destroyed, but it sounds like it's pretty thorough destruction. And you can see some of the nice graphical effects at the time. That the sun rays coming through the trees and stuff like that. That was that's good stuff. That really is, and it's stuff that I think I'm getting chased by a worm. I am. Should we kill this worm? Let's go ahead. He has some trouble walking. Oh god! Of course he freaking paralyzes me in the second attack. Okay, well maybe killing the worm was a bad idea. Die, worm. You do have to grind some in this game. It's not bad. And of course, the quest I'm on right now is basically, grind up to level, I don't know, 5 or so before I talk to you again. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's like level 5 before he talks to you again. Oops. These guys are great. These guys are netches. They're also in Elder Scrolls Online, and they're also in the same DLC as the Silt Strider in Skyrim. Not a lot of them. There's only like 10 of them in the DLC. But they went ahead and they made the model and did all the 3D rendering and stuff like that to make them an actual enemy in the game. They just didn't actually add that many to the world, which is a little weird. Okay, I don't know if I'm on the correct road anymore, but I'm just following it. But it does give you, I mean, just look at this. I mean, this is why Morrowind is famous. These weird kind of alien landscapes. And, I mean, you're looking at giant mushrooms. It's like a medieval version. It's like a medieval city, but it's also got all this just weirdness in it. And, I don't know. It really is a great setting, and it is kind of a shame. Not that I have anything against Oblivion or Skyrim, but it is kind of a shame that some of the more unique elements of the setting were abandoned in favor of more, like for instance, dragons, of adding more dragons. It's like, come on, we have 1,000 fantasy stories that involve dragons. This is the city of Vivek. This is the foreign quarter. The city is friggin' huge. So this big building I'm on is called a canton. Oh, there's a ship. That's actually another type of fast travel you can use for the coastal cities. And there's like 6 or 7 of these cantons in the city. And they are all just massive. Do I want the lower way? I can't remember where I think the upper is where all the action is on this game. But you can see there's another canton in the distance. The city is so large that it doesn't fit in its own game's draw distance, which I always thought was kind of interesting. There's another ramp up. Okay, let's go to the top level here. All the cantons have like 4 vertical levels. They have wasteworks, what is the top called? Upper wasteworks, lower wasteworks. They have a roof that I don't think you can get on unless you have really high agility. And then they all have a sewers underneath too. It is really quite a huge setting. Quite amazingly huge. Let's see here. What I'm looking for is shops. Here's an alchemist.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Do you have the healing potion I've been looking for like half the goddamn game? Bargain. Disease resistance, poison resistance, fire shield, fortify health, invisibility, cure poison. Wait, water breathing, water walking. Health. There you go. It's a cheap potion, but at least I have the potion now. Okay, now the problem is I can't afford it. So let's go ahead and sell some stuff. Will she buy my pants? She won't buy my pants. Will she buy my... Oh. That potion is spoiled, which means... Wait, was it spoiled when I bought it, or does it get spoiled over time? I actually don't remember that. It was probably spoiled when I bought it. Let's see if I can sell enough alchemy ingredients to neutralize the cost here. So I can afford these. Luckily, I picked up quite a bit of it. And the soul gem. Oh, she doesn't want the soul gem. Can I sell the directions? How about the book? She doesn't want the book either. Maybe I'll sell the cure disease. Shoot. Okay, well, I guess I have to get one of the potions back. Pooey. Yeah, there we go. What do you sell? Oh, you also sell potions. Of course, I have no money now. What I really need is a person who will buy my pants. Buy my pants. You can kind of get an idea for, oh, here we go. Buy my pants. And the soul gem, maybe? Yes. And the book. Yes! Give me all that monies. The areas in the Vivek City are not large, but they're all about this size. But you get a sense for, I don't know, just how much city there is. It's large. So here's the lower waste works, and let's see. This is if I had a bow in about 30 minutes, which is I believe is how long it takes. What you do is you can stand in these planters. Oh, I don't think I have enough agility to jump into them. If you can jump into these planters, what you can do is you can actually stand in the right spot. Yeah, here you go. And bow one of these guards, and they can't hit you. And I don't believe they ever fixed that in any of the updates. So if you want to make good money, the equipment these guards wear, Jesus, this is a disaster visual. I'm sorry, I can't talk words that are in English. The equipment that they wear is worth about 5,000 gold, which is actually quite a bit in this game. So you can see here's basically the sewer, and then under the sewer there's like a sub sewer. But see, sometimes you'll find like here's a bookshop who's in the sewer. It's weird. So you have to really explore the whole city, and the whole city is just amazingly huge. So let's go. I guess they call it the waterworks and the underworks. And so you might recognize some Oblivion from what we're looking at right here. But all of these 4 areas sometimes have vendors in them or stuff. Like there's a guy just across the ladder I came in who I might need to talk to. And there's like 6 cantons, and all the cantons have all these areas in it. It is really ridiculously large. Oh shit. I don't know if I have a chance against this orc dude with way bigger armor than I have. Okay, well, this might be the end of the show here. Hopefully you guys have a good idea of, yeah, man. Hopefully you guys have a good idea of what Morrowind's like. It's a big improvement. They scaled down a lot from Daggerfall. The map is much smaller. There's no horses, real estate purchases. There aren't like 30 different knights guilds. There's only like 5 or 6 different guilds. All of them have a quest line though, believe it or not. And yeah, I mean, it's a good game. It was an interesting game to choose for the Xbox launch. Like I said, I don't think a computer RPG like that had been seen on a console in a very long time, if ever. And I love it. In fact, I could play this game even now. Even now, I have to like resist the urge to just keep playing this and keep playing this and keep playing this because it is. It's good. It's good shit. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. We'll be doing Elder Scrolls 4 next, which is subtitled Oblivion. We're halfway through now, so good stuff.